And he play in 3 and 2 and go. Fuck this mission. Fuck it up the ass. G'day guys, this is the Staff Sarge, and fuck this mission, you stupid motherfucking cunt. G'day guys, this is the Staff Sarge. Doing the next Dino mission. It's Night Ops. I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot the reason why you guys went on about this in the thread.
The ultimate goal of Steiner's operation in this system is Calon Industries. Their mech production is vital to Victor's long-term plans. This is a stealth recon mission. Take a fast mech and present a minimum profile. You won't be fighting your way through this one.
Yeah, screw this mission. Alright, so a fast mech. For Lyrans it means that I can't take an Atlas, unfortunately. It's pretty simple, just go through a couple of the nav points, get close to the building, and find out what's in them. For that, we are taking the Cyclops. Which is actually, I boosted up the engine as much as I could, so it's a good fast mech. It's also loaded up with a fair bit of weaponry, you know, just in case. Honestly, going guns blazing only really works if you've got something like an Atlas, something where you start shooting from the get-go and snipe everything, because this base has a lot of sentries. A lot of sentries. What I also put on there is the Beagle probe, and actually, I gotta correct myself here. I'll correct myself in a second.
Commander, before moving on the base, it is imperative that you go to passive sensor only. Otherwise, the base defenders will spot you long before you achieve your mission objective.
Alright, so a bloke did actually do the maths on what passive sensors does.
This is Spectre. I am in passive sensor mode.
Your first objective is a test lab at Nav Point Alpha. Maintain good visual scans of the area to make sure you don't wander into
And by that I mean the kind of effects.
Visual on the enemy. Holding position until he clears the area.
Good. Also avoid high ground. Cresting even minor ridges can give you away to a wary defender.
Okay, so I did actually, I changed the design a little bit there. I think I took off a heat sink and put on the ECM in addition to the Beagle active probe. The reason why it's actually really handy having both of those while running in passive. So we got that first catapult who we just let go by then. He's not a threat until later on. But there's also a dragon patrolling around here, so we gotta wait for him to go past. Now, the stealth aspects of this mission is pretty simple. First of all, you need to be in passive. Even with ECM and BAP, which I've tried this once, the mechs on patrol won't detect you, but the sensor grid will, and it will actually cause a couple of scout mechs to start hunting for you, even though the guys on patrol just ignore you because they can't see you. Now that you're about to be spotted, evade. That comes from one of two things. The first one is either you get within their sensor range. That's why you want ECM and BAP, because you can actually get them in your sensor range. You can detect them on your radar before they detect you, and that's actually really handy. The second one is visual. Now the Vis Ident has a range of, I believe, about 400 meters, and it requires clear line of sight. So all you have to do is you just need to put a building between you and them, or you need to approach from behind. If you get up behind them, and you're not within actual sensor range, then again they won't spot you.
I'm at the Alpha facility.
You have to stay within 100 meters of the nav point for at least 20 seconds.
Okay, so this one's the easy part. The first two are actually pretty easy to get to. You just need to make sure you don't fuck up on your approach. Just let me see if I can spot the catapult.
Alpha scanned. Looks like an actuator stress testing lab. Moving to beta.
If you're a little bit too slow, then what happens is the catapult does come back around. Like my mech's doing 82 kilometers. Actually, I think I've modified it a lot from what you actually saw on the screen. I did have to try a few different variants, but overall it's the same as what I showed in the intro. It's just I put on a lot more engine power plus the BAP and the ECM. So the main base, and you recognize this one from when we were defending it. This is where we actually had to take on the big group, the main assault force trying to take out the Templars.
Nav point beta.
So it's got a lot of mechs on patrol. There are Uziels, there are Hellspawns. I believe there's a Loki running around somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Spotted here in a bit. Is that him or is that an Uziel? That's another Uziel. So yeah, quite a lot of mechs on patrol.
Beta scanned. Omni-mech weapon mounts. No Templars, but they probably aren't far off. Next
so there's not a lot of like really heavy mechs, but still there's a lot of mechs running around, and they can bring a lot of firepower onto you. And I'm about to be detected by someone. but I'm pretty sure it's a hell spawn.
Reached.
Or was that Uziel that's actually moving away from me? It's a weird kind of stealth mission. So those Calliopes, they can't do anything until you've actually been spotted, because automated weapon systems. So they are literally zero threat.
Bingo. We've got a pair of Templars, minus their Omni hardpoints.
Great work. Destroy the liquid fuel tanks at Nav Delta. The explosion should take down their primary sensor grid and cover your...
Now this is the bit that always annoys. So the final objective, Gamma, is often, it's very touch and go. I've tried a few times. It's very easy to have just the wrong timing or be in the wrong position and get spotted by one of those scouts. But that's not the main problem I have with this mission. The main problem I have is the one that's coming up. So primary objective is you need to destroy those fuel tanks. You need to destroy the fuel tanks. It's not an optional thing. It's not like you could blow it up. And well, I honestly don't know. You need to destroy it to knock out their sensor grid, but I don't know. So for those guys who want to try this mission, I suggest getting as much distance as you can from the bloody... Where is it? I've lost the fucking... Hang on. That's so it's further... It's... Where... Oh, there it is. Okay, so Mechs on patrol there. Just give him a few seconds to move away. Who was that? Who was that? A lot of mechs running around. Chimera, Hellspawn. Oh, there's the Hellbringer. Want to wait for him to get a bit further away.
Marking Exodus Point, Epsilon. You'd better get out of there, sir.
Roger. Moving to Epsilon.
And this is where the fun starts. So first of all, those Calliopes can mess you up a little bit. And then you got this Chimera. And Hellspawns. And all of this stuff. And it's going everywhere. And there's a lot of red on the map. So I'm just going to spoil it right now. The rest of this mission is basically just me running Serpentine and swearing my head off at these guys. Which is actually an improvement over the last, what, dozen runs I had to do with this bloody mission? So while I'm running Serpentine, I'll talk about... Yeah, it's pretty simple the way the mission works. You avoid those first two patrols, get up to Alpha, make a run to the hills, and once you're in the hills, you're pretty much immune, so you can plan your approach. Go to Beta. Again, nice and simple. There's no patrols around there. You can do that fine. And then there's Gamma. Now, Gamma is the one where you need the timing and you need to position yourself correctly. You need to make sure you stay away from sensor range of those patrolling mechs. You stay out of line of sight of those patrolling mechs. And you're able to stay, get a good 20 seconds without anyone interrupting you. Once that's done, then you need to extradite yourself at long range. Probably backtracking like I did is probably the best way. And then knock out those fuel tanks at long range and then just run like all hell. And hope that you get lucky. Here, I got damn lucky.
Epsilon reached.
You're clear, sir. Defenders are breaking off and returning to the proving grounds.
Great. Let the Steiner liaison know about the Templars. I'll be back at base in 1 hour.
The details on the Templar Omni-Mechs have been encoded and relayed to our Steiner contact. Those are some fierce mechs, sir. 85 tons and Omni weapon slots. I wouldn't envy the Mechwarrior squared off against one of those.
We're gonna be the Mechwarrior squared off against those. Castle. Damn it. So, Night Ops. Screw that mission. So many different tries. I mean, they recommend scout mechs. You can use scout mechs, but really, I've actually tried. I've tried even using the extremely fast ECM and BAP equipped scout mechs. It's probably just because my timing was that little bit off that it kept on screwing me over. But it might be a little bit easier with those scout mechs because you can just run like all hell and get out of their weapon range real damn fast. I was actually planning to record that, but I screwed up a few times. It pissed me off, and then I realized that there isn't any real change. It's just that a couple of bits go faster, but there's a few bits that actually go slower because it was a different kind of timing. with the Cyclops going at that speed, the timing worked out great, so I could just do it. With the light mechs, I would need to actually stop and observe and try and get the time right, so it would end up taking the same amount of time, really. So yeah, Night Ops, BAP and ECM are really recommended. You want a fast mech. The one that some people have recommended is a Raven, equipped with BAP and ECM and maximum engine power. And probably I would also suggest as much torso armor. Don't go in with some long-range weapons, but make sure you put on torso armor, because a lot of the runs that I did, even the successful ones, almost successful ones, I should point out, they just hammered the living shit out of my center torso. And then my mech goes boom, and that's mission failure after all that work. So Night Ops out of the way, which just leaves us with the actual mech assault. We're actually taking part in the flip side of the final mission on Talon for Davion. So, you know, that'll be fun. Actually, it will be fun, because this time we can roll with a full assault lance, and we can actually go to town on these guys. Oh, it's going to be good fun. So, I will see you there for the video after the next one. The next video shall be the Champion Circuit. So, I'll see you guys for that. Our ultra stealthy mech of the mission is the CP-10Z Cyclops, a 90-ton assault chassis designed as a HQ mech. Designed during the Star League, the biggest defining feature is the exposed head section, which contains a laser rack, giving a distinctive look that resulted in its name. And because it is such a glaring weak point, it does not actually contain the cockpit, which is instead located within the upper torso. Or, at least in Mercenaries it is. The original design from 2710 did place the pilot in the head with a large perspex windshield. This allowed the commander to better observe a battle in progress. In terms of equipment, the Cyclops is a speedy, lightly armored multi-role combat machine. A mix of LRMs, SRMs, and AC-20 and a pair of medium lasers allows it to fight at all ranges, though several variants drop the autocannon in favour for more LRM racks or even a Gauss rifle to focus its long-range firepower. As a straight-up combat machine, the Cyclops is capable, although it is underprotected, but where it really comes into its own, as said, is when it is used by company or regimental officers for command and control, and has historically been used successfully as such. This includes General Winston of the Aerodynamic Light Horse at Huntress, and Captain Cameron of Wolf's Dragoons, who served as Jamie Wolf's comms officer, and also Jason Cho, who demonstrated very handily why a Cyclops doesn't fare well in single direct combat against actual frontline mechs.